Figure Skating Championships. With Kathy de Colombia. With Suzuki Automobiles. See the originality. With Fujifilm.
Welcome to the Côte d'Azur, and we are in the ladies' short program. We have had 8 now young ladies competing, and on the ice is Ivana JAKUPCEVIC from Croatia, who qualified from her qualifying group, Group B, in 12th place. Simon Reed alongside a delighted Chris Howarth alongside me. You couldn't take the smile off his face because the leader at the moment is the Hungarian close to his heart, Diana Poth.
Well, she skated a blinder, and I'm thrilled. I don't mind admitting it. Skated really well, and I'm really pleased for her.
Pleased and biased, but there you go. This is Ivana, 22 years old, from Zagreb.
Just to run you through the elements that the skaters have to perform in this short program. Double axel, one double or triple jump immediately preceded by steps. They have to do a combination which has to have one triple jump in it. Could be a triple-triple or a triple-double. Then 3 spins and 2 step sequences.
A little double-footed, I think, on that loop.
Yeah, that was the combination. Triple loop, double toe. She landed the loop on 2 feet and had to put a turn in before doing the second part of that combination.
So 0.4 off. Clean double axel. First time that Ivana has qualified for the final stage. Ivana JAKUPCEVIC qualified in 12th place, just 1 place below Diana Poth, and Chris will tell you that she's not going to overtake her here.
Absolutely not.
Not if you have anything to do with it.
No, I'll tell you what, nobody would overtake her if I had anything to do with it.
But luckily, he's not one of the 9 judges down there who come from the Netherlands, Ukraine, Japan, Hungary, Italy, Croatia, Romania, Norway, and Germany.
These wonderful slow-mos that we've had all week, showing some of the highs and lows of that performance. Really working hard to hang on to that triple toe. You can see that double-footed landing and stepping out to get the second part of the combination. She worked hard through the program. The spins were good, nice musical interpretation, nothing too ambitious. And of course, we've said it time and time again, but this is where you can really lose so many places. It's important to go clean in this short program. Double axel, that's one of the elements. They'll all perform a double axel. Of course, with the jump at the end of the steps and the combination, they've got pretty much a free choice. And it's always difficult to decide whether you're going to push yourself and go for something that may not be quite as consistent, but has got a higher tariff, or just to play safe and go for something that you're 99% confident in landing.
Reminder, we'll be live with you right the way through the afternoon for the next, nearly 3 hours. And in the final group, it's Michelle Kwan, who was second in her group, Julia Sebastian of Hungary, Miklin Kierkegaard, an amazing 15-year-old from Denmark, Irina Slutskaya, who won her group, Sarah Hughes from the States, and Maria Butrskaya, who won hers, the reigning world champion. She's pretty happy. At the moment, it's the Hungarian Dana Poth who leads from the Chinese girl, Sirian Sun, and Shireen Uman from South Africa. 24 will qualify from the 30 who've made it through to this second stage, the short program. And those aren't great marks, 3.6 up to 4.1. They'll be a little better for the presentation mark. But Chris is safe.
9.36. Thank you.
And Diana Poth is also safe, and she goes from third to seventh. Fourth she slots in overall.
4.5, 4.4.
And it's Poth that leads still, with 9 skaters now gone.
4.1. Thank you.
Sur la glace, représentant l'Ouzbékistan.
This one's a real mouthful. She's from Uzbekistan. She's 19 years old in her first world championship. Her name is Anastasia GIMAZETDINOVA.
Glad I'm not sitting in your seat.
So am I. Music for her short program from Richard Clayderman. Well, it should have been a triple flip, double toe, only doubled out on the flip.
Well, there'll be deductions there because there has to be a triple jump in that combination.
Now for the triple lutz. And again, only a double.
Well, no deduction there, but of course the tariff not very high, so a 0.3 deduction on that combination.
Stumble on the double axel, so more deductions. Well, a very special welcome to British Eurosport viewers who I gather joined us in the last couple of minutes. We were obviously focusing on this, so we didn't hear the studio. But I'm sure Nikki and Mark particularly would have given a warm welcome to Anastasia GIMAZETDINOVA. In fact, I'd love to have heard Mark introduce her, but not to be. And I'm afraid it wasn't the performance that she was looking for, Chris.
No, certainly not. She didn't really attack the program, and you can see the frustration there for the body language at the end of the program. A pleasing program to watch, some good musical interpretation, not a lot of speed, not a lot of attack, so that will be reflected in the mark. She's got deductions of at least 0.6. There's the flip. You can see didn't go for that at all, and such a pity. She can do these big elements, lining up the Lutz. Should have been a triple. No snap, no attack going in.
One of the problems for the contingent from Uzbekistan is that we noticed it, of course, with Tatiana Malanina and Roman Skorniakov. Since the death of the coach who coached them all, Igor Xenofontov, in the summer of '99, they've got a new coach, or they don't have a coach, either way. And with her, in fact, they don't have a coach. She doesn't have a coach, but the scar of what happened must still be with her.
Absolutely. It must have been a very, very tough season for her. And, you know, all credit to her. She's made it through this far, made it through from the qualification round. And it's certainly been a tough season. So let's hope that the experience here doesn't scar her too much. Well, good to see her smiling there. Probably a smile of frustration more than anything. It's one of those times where you sit there and you're reflecting the elements of the program and thinking, you know, why? Why did I do that? There's no reason.
Note pour.
Marks 4.
Her main goal, of course, is to qualify, to be in the top 24.
Les éléments exigés.
And she needs to be in the top 3 or 4. If she's going to do that, I'm afraid not. No. I'm afraid that's the last we're going to see of her this year. But she's only 19 years of age. Her time may come next year in Vancouver. But those marks will ensure that she finishes her World Championships right here. 6th in the Hungarian, down to 10 from the Japanese. And GIMAZETDINOVA waves her goodbye to Nice.
4-2. Thank you.
Sur la glace.
Now, from Italy, the young lady who was so good in the short program at Europeans, put her in contention for the final group. She didn't make it, though, on that day. In that final group, she was a little overawed. Finished in 8th place. Qualified poorly here. In 10th in her group. From New York now, but originally from Italy, skating for Italy. Silvia Fontana with Flamenco. Well, that was meant to be a combination triple Lutz, double toe, but of course we didn't see the second part, so 0.4 off. And only a double toe loop. No automatic deduction there, but very low tariff.
You can see her really making sure of that double axel.
Well, she finished it well, but you can see her emotions are never far from the surface. And she has such high ambition, this girl. And I'm afraid I think more tears are not far away. Tried to sell it well, and she gutsed it out to the last minute when she must have been through the floor with her spirit. Silvia Fontana.
Yeah, I think the look on her face and the way she concentrated going into the double axel really showed that. She was fighting really hard. Bitter disappointment. She did so well in the European Championships, and perhaps the pressure here, her expectations very high, the expectations of the people around her would have been high. Not the sort of performance that she was looking for at all. This is where it all started to go wrong. Triple lutz. She doesn't have a very good technique, to be honest, on the jumps. You can see that the free leg is very high. That makes the rotation a little bit slower than it would normally be. Gets a bit of a wrap on the jumps. And there, the confidence shattered from the fall on the first jump. Such a pity.
Lives and trains in the USA. In fact, her fiancé is the pair skater, John Zimmerman, who skates with Kyoko Ina. Disappointment for them, and I'm afraid it's a disappointment for Silvia. As Chris says, she has such high expectations. This is her 5th World Championships, but only in the last year or so she really started to motor, and that impetus has been halted here.
Yeah, it's so tough for them now as well, because with the qualification, you've got to do your free program, you've got to get a good performance out there, and you've got to do it all again with the added pressure of the 8 elements cleanly done in the short program, and then you've got to do your long program again. I know some of the guys were saying that mentally it is so demanding to actually peak 3 times in the week like that. Very, very difficult.
Hold on, but you have to peak from Monday right the way through till Sunday.
Yeah, but it's easy because I'm working with you.
I'm speechless.
Makes a change.
Poor Silvia. She feels bad now, and I sense she'll feel even worse when her fears are confirmed with the marks.
Note 4.
Marks 4.
First mark will be dreadful.
Note pour les éléments exigés.
She can hardly
Marks for required elements.
bear to look at them. No good. 3.8 up to 4.4. Even with an Italian judge, things going against her. Better marks the second. She's going to slot in 2nd place. Diana Poth still leads. Fontana is 2nd. So Poth first, Fontana 2nd, Syrian Sun of China 3rd. The British Eurosport back to Mark and to Nikki.
A short intermission for resurfacing the ice.
And Areknio just awaiting her turn. And there's confirmation that Diana Poth leads, Silvia Fontana in 2nd place, Syrian Sun of China in 3rd. You like the look of that, eh, Chris?
I do, yeah. It's a good result. It's going to... I tell you what, she skated so well. She's going to do really well in this short program. She is, honestly. I tell you, she's going to do really well.
Yeah.
She's going to take some beating, that performance. I know I'm biased,
yeah,
but it's still... She did triple toe combination.
You think Butrskaya and Slutskaya are shaking in their boots at the moment?
Well, they should be.
Yeah. Okay, there she is, look.
And doesn't she look good?
Never better for you, I'm sure. Certainly with her top of the rankings right now. So we've had 2 groups, we've got another 3 to go. And we're going to have a nice resurface now, but we've got plenty to entertain you, including the highlights from the men last night. You'll take a break. You'll be back with us in a moment or two.